Just a few more ditties here before we get going on the build. One of the other things that I failed to mention that you are going to need are some tires. The kit does not come with tires. So we are going to be on clay, so we're going to be using the Pro line, and these are the Ions, and they're made for the 4x4s for all the different brands of 4x4s. Very interesting tire, and from what we understand are excellent choice for clay tracks. You can see that they have a very unique design, a very soft tire. They also come with the foams included. And because we're using the Pro line tires, we're also going to use the Pro line wheels. We'd like to thank Pro line for nice little package here of product for us to use, and for doing such a great job in keeping up with everything that's going on. Extremely lightweight. These are the wheels that we're going to be using, and they are for the white wheels for the SCTE 4x4s. Beautiful wheels. A couple other things from Proline. We are building the kit out of the box using the supplied products from Losi. However, again, you are going to need some tires. The kit does come with wheels, but we're using the Proline tires and wheels for our project here. Anytime that you get wheels and tires, if you're not using bead locks, you're going to have to glue them. The Proline Pro Bond tire glue is an excellent choice. I like it, first of all, because it works well, and second of all, in the packages you also get applicator tips, which will keep you from gluing your fingers to the tires. Just makes really clean, nice work out of what can be a very messy job, and the glue itself works very well. Another product here, which I was informed is actually not available at the time of the shooting, but will be within another couple of days, is the extended front and rear body mount set for the SCTE 4-wheel drive and the SCTE 2.0. Very interesting setup. It's got some thumb screws in here. We're going to have to mount these up after we're done with the build and show you what it's all about. I can't really say much more because I haven't had a chance to install them at this point. However, it is Proline's part number 6305-00, and they'll be available, I'm sure, very shortly after the video is posted. Another nice little ditty that we got with Proline here is a body. It's kind of hard to see through all the plastic and whatnot here, but this body right here is the Flowtech Ford, and it's the SVT Raptor body, and it fits on many of the 4x4 10th scale vehicles out there. Always like Proline bodies. They're always extremely thick and hardy. I'm going to open up the bag here and see if we can get a little better view at it. Here's the body itself. Very clean looking. So, like I said, we're going to be using the Losi parts for this build other than the tires and wheels. We will, at a later point, do up the Proline body here. And we will also be installing the front, or the, if I can find them here, the extended body mounts. Alright, I guess we'll get started here, and we'll open up bag A. We're going to do some of the bag opening at the beginning of the video here, just to show you how we do it, and as the videos go along we're going to speed up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and open this bag up. There's warnings on the bag here. This bag is not a play toy. Please remove it before passing the toys to children. Okay, and in case you don't speak English, it's in many different languages. Gotta love that. So we're going to open it up, put it into a little tray that we have here. And I always do this, double check, make sure that there's nothing left in the bag. Because sometimes you get a little screw or a little set screw or a little piece of something in there and you're wondering, where in the hell is it? It's still in the bag. Got lots of little parts in here. What we're doing at this point is we're going to be looking for the parts that are involved in this particular step. And it looks like we have a rod end here. I'm going to go ahead and just match them up here. Looks like we have another rod end. We have a post here we're not using. Doesn't look like we're using any screws. However, yes we are actually. We are using, taking a look here at the ball ends, because there's two different styles and sizes of ball ends here. And it's really hard to see which one we're using. I'm going to have to do a little bit of investigation on that and look and read through the manual, through the parts list, to see which one of these or these we're supposed to be using here. We're also going to be using a nut and a screw, as well as one of the threaded studs on the bottom. So we'll go ahead and get the threaded stud out, and that's actually not the right one. If you take a look here, we have two located down here, and then we have one shorter one up here. We're going to use the shorter one. And because I wasn't reading the directions, I've answered my question here. We are going to be using the smaller set of balls rather than the larger ones. And if you match these up, you can see one to one on the picture here that we're going to be using the set of the smaller ones as compared to the set of larger ones. So you can see the difference in the one-to-one picture. Very good. So we're going to go ahead and get out the two smaller balls. Come on, damn it. Here we go. Woo! Got a roly-poly there. So we've got those. Got our two ends. We're here. Now we need to get out two of the 440 lock nuts, which are located in the bag right here. So we've got, actually only need one of the 440 lock nuts, which goes right here. Put the other one into our little magnetic dealy bopper there. And we are also going to need one of the 440 by half screws. And that is going to be located in a different bag. Located here. And what we're going to do is, we can see that it is a button head. And as we're looking through here, there are some different button heads. There's a flat head and whatnot. So we are going to match this up to the one-to-one. That looks like that one's too long. That one's too short. And that one is just right. So we're going to use one of the two black button head screws that are located in this bag strip. Okay. Seems to me that we still have one more part that we're missing, and that's going to be the servo, or the steering rack unit, or servo saver unit there, which is going to be this particular unit right here. There's two units in there that look fairly similar. However, this one has bevels on it, and this one is straight across. It looks like that's the one that we are going to be using. Alright, we have all of our parts set up and ready to go. Put everything back into our little bucket here so we don't lose it. We're going to start building. Let's go ahead and start by inserting the balls into the little ends. We're going to consolidate some pieces here. I'm looking at the ends and it doesn't seem to be any different on one side to the other on which side to press the balls into. So we're just going to randomly turn it and pop that ball in, just like so. You can see that it's nice and free. Also look on your parts, and if there's any little tree tabs that need to be shaved off, go ahead and cut those off. These are looking pretty good so far. I'm going to repeat the process on the second side here. Just going to lay the ball over there and press on it with our thumb until it pops in. Make sure that it's free. Now we're going to go ahead and insert the little threaded rod. I was looking at this earlier. Sometimes they have a hex in there so that you can use a screw or an Allen driver to thread it in, but this one doesn't. So I guess we're just going to hold it with our finger and screw it in. It's going in pretty easy. We're going to screw it in about as far as we can go with our fingers. And get the other side. Screw it in. I can also feel that it is screwing a little bit into the other side. Then we're going to match this up on the 1-to-1 here until it's exactly the same size, and you can see that we're a little bit long there. So we're going to continue to screw it in until we're at 57 millimeters. That looks pretty darn close there. Let's just double check it. It says that it should be 57 millimeters. We're at 57.87. 57.4. And 57.09. So we're close enough there. Okay, so the section is done. You want to make sure that these are flat across here, that they're not at opposing angles or at a 45. You want them to be at the same orientation. Now it looks like we need to insert the nut into here. There's a little hex located in here. We're going to press the nut into the hex, which just sometimes sounds easier than it is. Come on, baby. That's where a pair of pliers comes in handy, which I didn't have, so I'll be right back.